terms of the accomplishment that the Biden administration put together so quickly in record time compared to his botched response to the pandemic, where he didn't pretend it existed for months or came up with literally like crazy ideas that came out of nowhere, out of some crackpot's brain, like putting bleach in your body to get rid of it. He came up with crazy ideas to counter it, but he never actually got anything substantial done. In fact, most people would say what he did during his time as president during this pandemic led to more deaths.
Well, so you have a couple things going on here, and Caddy, that's right, he did say something in passing at CPAC, but he didn't. I was talking about the presidents. He didn't go on, didn't do the PSA announcement. He's not gotten out there telling people, go get your shots. And Reverend Al, how interesting that Donald Trump and all of his supporters will screech and yell about the importance of Operation Warp Speed, and why isn't he getting enough credit for Operation Warp Speed? Well, he should get credit for Operation Warp Speed. But how bizarre, if that's such a big damn deal, why are 1 and 2 Republicans, for the most part, not getting the vaccine or saying they're not going to get the vaccine? And why isn't Donald Trump, if he thinks it's such a big damn deal, if he thinks he had created such a, quote, beautiful shot, why isn't he making sure that people are getting it so we can open this country back up?
This is the real display of the real pettiness and dark side of this president. He wants to take credit for something, yet he won't promote what he's taking credit for. But at the bottom of it is he shows a real insensitivity, if not a sense of not caring about the health and life and death of his own followers. He'd rather play these games with Biden of who's going to get credit and I'm not going to enhance what Biden is doing, rather than say, wait a minute, we have to be concerned about the very people that voted for me, that support me, and that still support me. At some point, I don't care how big an egomaniac you are, you should be concerned about the public if you're a public servant. And it shows how really hollow this man is in terms of any moral concern for anyone outside of himself.
So let's just make this very simple. If the president wants to go off and say nothing, that's fine. It's not his responsibility anymore. Yeah. But if he's going to keep taking credit for the vaccine, if he's going to put out press releases about the vaccine, if he's going to talk about his beautiful shot, if his people are going to keep whining about how he's not getting enough credit for Operation Warp Speed, which he should get credit for Operation Warp Speed, if he's going to be engaged in that debate, then you know what? Then stay engaged in that debate and do what's best for America and do what's best for your supporters. Do what's best for your supporters' families. Do what's best for your supporters' grandkids, grandparents, everybody. Do what's best for reopening the schools, reopening small businesses. Tell your supporters to go out and get the vaccine. Let them know it's safe. You took it. We all know what a hypochondriac you are, Donald. You're the biggest hypochondriac I've ever met in my life. So you wouldn't take that shot. As a hypochondriac and a germaphobe, you wouldn't take that shot unless you knew it was safe.
Why can't you share that with your people?
So again, it's a bit weird when people have asked you, Donald, questions about these anti-vaxxing things. You've always sort of skirted in the middle and refused to strike down the anti-vax movement. You've always skirted the middle whenever asked about QAnon. You won't come out and say it. And okay, well, again, that's your business. You lost. You can keep acting that way because you don't represent anybody. But again, if you want to be engaged in the debate over vaccines, and be engaged in a positive way, be engaged in a way that can actually save lives going forward. You made a lot of mistakes. You know you did. You know, Donald, you were responsible for a lot of deaths. You know that's going to stay with you and throughout, decades, years to come in the history books. Just be positive here and get that 1 out of 2 Republicans that voted for you. Tell them to do what you did. Get the vaccine. Save themselves, save their families from a possible bad situation, and let's get this country opened up again.